Hello there everyone, it is Toby from TIJ Music and welcome to a brand new video. Now usually, my videos would be me sitting here with an album on the desk talking about that album for a good 20-25 minutes as part of a review. But today, we're going to do something a little bit different. I've just thought of this idea off the top of my head. I was going to do a few top 10 songs list, but I thought, no, we'll change up the format a little bit. I've developed a bit of a tournament bracket for 64 Kiss songs, probably my favourite 64 Kiss songs. We'll look at what they are in just a minute, but you guys can play along as well. Down below in the description is the link to the Excel file. That's all you'll need to play along with me in this tournament bracket. I thought it'd be a little bit of fun. We're going to dwindle down 64 of my favourite Kiss songs to a top one, develop a final, one from each 32, and see how we get on. So this should be a little bit of fun. Kiss is a band I've always been into. I've loved Kiss really for my whole life. I've been to see them twice. I went to see them when I was 9 years old on the Sonic Boom tour. I went to see them last July on the End of the Road tour, and I've got a review for the End of the Road tour on my channel, as well as an album review for the Love Gun album. So if you guys go on to enjoy this video, I recommend you that you go and watch those videos, but they will be in the end screen to remind you guys to go and watch them. Well, let's see how we get on with this song bracket, shall we? Here we are then. As you can see, here is the tournament bracket with that lovely Kiss logo in the middle of the screen. I'll leave a link down to the Excel file down in the description, and all that you have to do, if you want to play along, just put a 1 wherever you want to proceed with a track. And as you can see You in Your Dreams, and the first one goes to the second round. But I've picked 64 tracks completely at random. To be quite honest, most of them are off those 70s classic albums, going from Kiss, Hotter Than Hell, Dressed to Kill, Destroyer, Rock and Roll Over, and Love Gun. And there's also a cameo in there from Alive 2, which you'll see. But there's also a few tracks from Creatures of the Night, Lick It Up, Heaven's on Fire, Revenge, as well as the 2 late albums as well, with Monster and Sonic Boom. So a little bit of variation in there. Just didn't want to do it with the 70s albums, but the majority of stuff in here is from the 70s albums. So without any further ado, let's get into the start of this bracket with the last 64, shall we? And we're going to have to run through these fairly quickly, or else it's going to take hours on end to get to the final. So the first one is between See You in Your Dreams from the Rock and Roll Over album and Rock and Roll All Night. Now I've got a bit of a unique likeness for See You in Your Dreams. I don't know what it is about it, but it's quite anthemic. Obviously, Rock and Roll All Night is the most anthemic out of the two. It's tricky to pick between those two. It really is tricky to pick. But seeing as I probably like the song more, and Rock and Roll All Night's been played a little bit too much over the years, I'm going to go with See You in Your Dreams. So that's the first one through to the second round. Next up, we've got Lick It Up, the title track from the Lick It Up album, of course, and Anything for My Baby from the Dressed to Kill album. Now, I'm going to go with Lick It Up here because Anything for My Baby, it's not a bad track, but I just love Lick It Up. It's probably their 80s highlight, really. It's a cracking track. And next up we go with Going Blind from the Hotter Than Hell album and Love 'Em and Leave 'Em from Rock and Roll Over. I think Love 'Em and Leave 'Em's a bit cheesy, so we're going to go with Going Blind, a fantastic Gene Simmons number. Sweet Plane, Nothing to Lose. Ooh, that's a tricky one. Really 2 good tracks from the Destroyer and original Kiss album, but I'm a big fan of Nothing to Lose, so that's going to go through to the last 32 there. Next up, we've got She. In fact, what we're going to do, we're going to get these 8 moved first. We're going to get them through all the way to the last 8. So, See You in Your Dreams versus Lick It Up. Well, I've told you already, I'm a big fan of Lick It Up, so Lick It Up goes through to the last 16. Going Blind versus Nothing to Lose. That's tricky. Really is tricky. 2 stellar tracks. Really good. Pity that they have to go up against each other at this stage. Of course, I didn't mention it earlier, but this tournament bracket has been completely randomised by an online service. I've entered all 64 tracks, it just chucked them in there. Going Blind against Nothing to Lose. Ooh. On this occasion, it might change, but I'm going to have to get through this nice and quick. But today, we're going to go with Nothing to Lose. That is a very tricky decision to make. Really is. And then Lick It Up against Nothing to Lose. Oh, do I like Lick It Up that much? I know I've said I really like Lick It Up, but do I like it that much? Oh, this is tricky. Oh, Going Blind and Nothing to Lose, 2 classic tracks. Lick It Up, a great track. Oh, that's tricky. Really, it just sees the quality of the Kiss tracks just in this first few picks. Oh, I'm going to have to make a decision. I'll give myself 5 seconds. Lick It Up or Nothing to Lose. Oh, that is tricky. I'm going to go with Lick It Up. Oh, don't want to put a 2 in there, just a 1. That was tricky. I feel a bit sorry for Nothing to Lose there, but that is tricky. To Lick It Up is the first one through to the last 8. So, moving on to the next 8 tracks. She from Dressed to Kill against I Stole Your Love. She's a quality track, probably one of the best from Dressed to Kill. I personally think that Dressed to Kill is the weakest from the first 3 albums, but it's still got some brilliant tracks on there. But I Stole Your Love, particularly the Alive 2 version, is absolutely fantastic, so I'm going to have to go with I Stole Your Love out of those first 2. Then we've got 2 stellar tracks. I mean, the fact that these have to meet in the last 64 is horrible. Deuce against Love Gun. 2 brilliant tracks, of course, the title track from the Love Gun album. And the first track from Alive was Juice, or Deuce even, and one of the brilliant tracks on the first Kiss album. But personally, I prefer the Love Gun tracks, so I'm going to go with Love Gun. Okay, Calling Dr. Love versus Come On and Love Me. Now, I think Come On and Love Me is a little bit tame, so I'm going to go with Calling Dr. Love there. And then I was talking about the Alive 2 cameo, Rocket Ride. Brilliant track by Ace Frehley, or Mainline, from Hotter Than Hell. Oh, that is so tricky. But you know what? I'll put my cameo in there from Alive 2, and it's going to go through to the last 32. So, now to pick between these 8. So, I Stole Your Love against Love Gun. 2 brilliant tracks, probably the best 2, bar Shock Me, from that Love Gun album. Just seeing where Shock Me is on this list. It's between Got to Choose and Shock Me. That's a tricky one as well. But we'll leave that till later. I Stole Your Love against Love Gun. Oh, I'm going to go... Oh, Love Gun's just so anthemic, isn't it? I'm going to leave it a little bit. That's a really tricky one. Calling Dr. Love against Rocket Ride. That's also really tricky. You'll notice that a hell of a lot of these are tricky. Really are. Today, I'm going to say Rocket Ride edges it. Again, we haven't got all the time in the world, and if I had 5 hours to make the decision, then I'd maybe pick a different track. I Stole Your Love against Love Gun. Oh, so close. Really good tracks, and I'd pick either or on any day, but today I'm going to pick Love Gun. So Love Gun against Rocket Ride. I think Love Gun has to go through to the next round. Rocket Ride's a classic track, but I can't defend it so much against Love Gun. So in the last 8, we've got Lick It Up against Love Gun, and we'll look at that battle in just a little bit. So next up, the next 8, we've got Heaven's on Fire from the Animalize album against Hotter Than Hell. And actually, I'm going to go a bit left fielder. I'm going to go for Heaven's on Fire. I like Hotter Than Hell, but I've probably maybe played it a little bit too much over the years. And I do prefer Heaven's on Fire, certainly at the moment. Again, this is a 25th of March decision. On the 26th of March, or even this afternoon, I might change my decision. But today, Heaven's on Fire. Plaster Caster against I Love It Loud. Of course, Plaster Caster from Love Gun. I Love It Loud from Creature the Night. I'm going to go for 2 80s tracks in that last 32. I really do love the hard hittiness of I Love It Loud. The do, 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 do. And they've played that one on the live set for years. It's absolutely fantastic. So, next up, we've got Shout It Out Loud from Destroyer against Unholy. Again, I love the anthemic nature of Shout It Out Loud. I also love Unholy. It's, you know, when you hear that, I wasn't alive at the time, but when you must have heard Revenge after that Crazy, Crazy Nights album and Forever on Hot in the Shade, you must have thought, my God, Kiss are back. Shout It Out Loud against Unholy. Shout It Out Loud's a brilliant track. And I'm going to pick that one against Unholy. So now we've got our first Sonic Boom track against Got Love for Sale from Love Gun. I find Got Love for Sale a little bit tame as well. So you know what, I'm going to go for Russian Roulette. I think it's a really strong track from the Sonic Boom album. Really do. So Heaven's on Fire against I Love It Loud. That's tricky. 2 brilliant 80s tracks. Of course, Lick It Up, Heaven's on Fire and I Love It Loud. Probably the best 3 80s tracks, but War Machine might have something to say about that. Oh, Heaven's on Fire against I Love It Loud. You know what? Just because it's so heavy and brilliant, I'm going to go with I Love It Loud. And then Shout It Out Loud against Russian Roulette. To be honest, in that battle, I think Russian Roulette wins. I really do. So Russian Roulette goes through there. I Love It Loud against Russian Roulette. I Love It Loud has to win that battle for me. So I Love It Loud goes through to the last 8. This is interesting. I had some choices that I didn't think I'd make before the start. And, you know, this might end up being not strictly my favourite 8 tracks, which is just what's so great against this tournament bracket. God of Thunder against Take Me Then next. God of Thunder. I'll make no hesitation to say that God of Thunder is probably my favourite Kiss track. So that's probably going to get through out this 8. But against Take Me, it's a good track. But again, you know, God of Thunder wins. But I'm going to have a really tricky choice to make in that last 32, because the next one is going to be Parasite. Both of those tracks from Hotter Than Hell, but a brilliant Ace Frehley number is Parasite, so that goes through as well. 2 rock and roll over tracks, Ness. I Want You against Making Love. I mean, I Want You such an anthemic track, isn't it? But Making Love, particularly live, is brilliant. Oh, so tricky. Really hard choices to make here. But I'm going to go for the latter one, Making Love. Strange Ways from Hotter Than Hell against Room Service from Dressed to Kill. The last of the left-hand side bracket. I'm going to go with Room Service on that one. I don't have a lot of love for Strange Ways, to be honest. It's not a track I've listened to a hell of a lot, so I might move that up in the future. And please don't say, oh my god, I can't believe you picked this over this, which is a fair enough thing to say. But again, you know, you guys play along in the comments and let me know what you think the best Kiss track is. So, we've got another two choices to make. God of Thunder against Parasite. I'll wait for that. Making Love against Room Service. Making Love gets through there. God of Thunder against Parasite. I mean, Parasite's just a brilliant track. Really is. And against most tracks it would win, but against God of Thunder again, it's inferior. And once again, I think Making Love is inferior to God of Thunder. So God of Thunder gets through to the last 8. So from the left-hand side, we've got Lick It Up, Love Gun, I Love It Loud, and God of Thunder. And you'll have to wait a little while longer until we decide what goes through with those. So moving on to the right-hand side now, hopefully you're enjoying so far, and if you are, please make sure to leave a like down below. If you guys do go on to enjoy this, I'll definitely do a lot more of these for other bands. So I think this is a really good idea, actually. So, onto the right-hand side, we've got All The Way from Hotter Than Hell against Firehouse. Again, two stellar tracks. All The Way, brilliant track, but Firehouse just wins that. Creates the Night, another 80s track against Ladies Room. Not a big fan of Ladies Room, I have to say, so Creature the Night wins that battle. Again, another Sonic Boom track, I'm an Animal, against Love Her All I Can. I'm going to give the love to Sonic Boom. I'm an Animal wins that. And then Do You Love Me against Beth. Now, some people will be going, why have you included Beth in there, for goodness sake? It's a good track, it really is. But does it beat Do You Love Me? No, I'm going to go with Do You Love Me from that. So, in this bracket, Firehouse against Creature of the Night. Again, Creature of the Night, outstanding track, but Firehouse wins it. I'm an Animal against Do You Love Me. Ooh, Do You Love Me wins that one. And then Firehouse against Do You Love Me. I hinted at it before. Firehouse just a great track, so that's going to go through to the last 8. Then we've got to Choose against Shock Me. Shock Me's an excellent track. I absolutely love some of the Ace Frehley tracks, and that's going to win that. My goodness me. Probably two of Kiss's most underrated tracks next. Watching You from Hotter Than Hell against Flaming Youth from the Destroyer album. I've just realised, by the way, that I'm going to have to scroll down in a minute, aren't I? Because those ones in the bottom right are blocked by my ugly mug. So you haven't actually seen what's in the bottom right yet. Ooh. Watching You against Flaming Youth. I'll move it down now just so I'll remind myself to do it. Yeah, you should be able to see all of those now. Watching You against Flaming Youth. God, that's so tricky. I'm going to go Flaming Youth. I'm going to go Flaming Youth on that one. Just trying to remember how many I've picked. So I've gone with 2, so I need to make another 2 selections. War Machine against Hooligan. Good track, Hooligan. War Machine wins. War Machine. I know I said that 3 of the best 80s tracks are on that left-hand side. But what an awesome track War Machine is. And then if it wasn't in a battle against Black Diamond, it would win. Brilliant track. You can't just not pick Black Diamond. Shock Me beats Flaming Youth. And now we have a real choice to make. Shock Me against Black Diamond. Oh! 2 brilliant tracks. Black Diamond just about wins it. You can't not have Black Diamond in the quarterfinal, really. Oh, that was a tricky one to make. Okay, on to the next 8. Only 2 8s to go now. Mr. Speed against Detroit Rock City. Just an unlucky draw for Mr. Speed there. Oh, I put the score in the wrong bloody box. No wonder why Detroit Rock City didn't go through there. Brilliant track. Absolutely fantastic Detroit Rock City is. Mr. Speed's a good anthemic track too, but just doesn't beat it. Great Expectations against Hard Luck Woman. Hard Luck Woman wins that for me. And then Baby Driver against King of the Nighttime World. Baby Driver probably wins that one. Getaway against 100,000 Years. I said earlier, I do like Dress to Kill, but not as much as the other albums, so 100,000 Years wins that one. Detroit Rock City against Hard Luck Woman wins it. And then 100,000 Years against Detroit Rock City, that wins against Baby Driver. Now we've got a really tricky choice to make. Do we go the original album cut of 100,000 Years or Detroit Rock City? That's a tricky decision. That really is a tricky decision. And I've just realised, actually, I've put these... Oh, no, they are through to the last 8. That's okay. I was panicking that I'd put something through to the semi-final. That's absolutely okay. Detroit Rock City just wins it today. Okay. Scroll down. Two-timer against Almost Human. I quite like Almost Human. There are a lot of people that don't like it and find it a bit corny, but I love it. Strutter against Hello Hallelujah and the inclusion from the Monster album. I'm going to go a bit left field here. I'm going to go Hello Hallelujah. And then Modern Day Delilah from Sonic Boom against Cold Gin. I just love Cold Gin. Sorry, you just can't not pick Cold Gin there. And then Ladies in Waiting against Christine 16. Christine 16 wins it for me. So, if we look at the last 32, album by album, are there actually any Dress to Kill tracks? Room Service made it on. I think it's just Room Service, actually. So, not a lot of love for Dress to Kill there. From the original Kiss album, we've got Nothing to Lose, Firehouse, Black Diamond, 100,000 Years, Cold Gin, so 5. Interesting. Got a really interesting dynamic here. So now we've got to choose between Almost Human and Hello Hallelujah. I really do dig Hello Hallelujah. It's a brilliant track. And Cold Gin beats Christine 16 for me. So just the one choice to make now between Hello Hallelujah and Cold Gin. And it has to be Cold Gin. Hello Hallelujah is a great track, but Cold Gin is just awesome. So after all that, we're down to our last 8. Lick It Up, Love Gun, I Love It Loud, God of Thunder, Firehouse, Black Diamond, Detroit Rock City, and Cold Gin. Oh, this is going to be tricky. Really tricky. And I'm going to have a little break. Here we are then. I've composed myself. Ready for the run to the final. Lick It Up against Love Gun first off. Oh, that's tricky. I do love Lick It Up. I equally love Love Gun. Gotta be Love Gun. Has to be Love Gun. That's what I'm going for. Love Gun the first then. It's the semi-final. I Love It Loud against God of Thunder. I've said before, I love God of Thunder. It's one of my favourite Kiss tracks. Obviously, it is to get into the final 8. Unless you've got a really lucky draw. But by no means easy to beat Parasite and Making Love, to be quite honest. So, I Love It Loud against God of Thunder. I think I'm going to pick God of Thunder. Despite hinting that I was going to pick I Love It Loud by saying, well, I do love God of Thunder. I love it a bit too much. Firehouse against Black Diamond. Oh, that ending to Black Diamond is brilliant with that sort of fading out. But also Firehouse is brilliant, particularly the live version with the fire engine noise. It's fantastic, and Gene Simmons breathing fire and everything that goes along with that. My God, this is tricky. 2 classics from the first album, goes without saying, doesn't it? Gonna have to make a decision though. And today, I'm gonna pick. I still haven't made a decision. I'm gonna leave it. But equally, this last one is as hard a decision as any. Detroit Rock City against Cold Gin. I'm gonna go with Detroit Rock City. Okay, so out of these 2, oh boy. Firehouse or Black Diamond. I mean, I know that it's 5, it turned into 4. 4 of the most popular Kiss songs have made it here. I appreciate that. But, you know, these are my favourite tracks just picked by me. So, as I said, if you want to have a go yourself down in the by using the link down in the description, that's absolutely fine. Firehouse against Black Diamond. Oh. I can't sit here all day, can I? So, I'm going to pick Black Diamond. So now we're down to our last 4. Love Gun, God of Thunder, Black Diamond, Detroit Rock City. Now, if God of Thunder would have been against Black Diamond or Detroit Rock City, I'd have been really struggling. But it beats Love Gun for me. God of Thunder into the final. Black Diamond against Detroit Rock City. Oh! I know I've praised Black Diamond a lot, right? If I had to, like this Desert Island Discs, right? If I had to pick one out of these 2 tracks and never listen to the other one again, I could kind of cope without Black Diamond. Couldn't cope without Detroit Rock City. And now we're in a real predicament to choose between these two. God of Thunder or Detroit Rock City for the winner. 64 tracks. God of Thunder was the choice from the left-hand side. It beat Love Gun, I Love It Loud, Making Love, Parasites, and Russian Roulette. Detroit Rock City beat Black Diamond, Cold Gin, 100,000 Years, Hard Luck Woman, and Mr. Speed. Detroit Rock City just wiped rock and roll over in the Kiss original album out, didn't it? God of Thunder was a killer of the just every album that we wanted, really. He beat Rock and Roll Over, Hotter Than Hell, Creature of the Night, Love Gun. But today, oh my lord, that is tricky. I hinted at it earlier, right? That God of Thunder would win this because I love it so much. But now that it's against Detroit Rock City, there's a real tough choice to make. I'm going to make my decision. You make yours down in the comments. And today, at 12:02 in the UK, on the 25th of March, out of these two, my favourite Kiss song is God of Thunder. And it's not gone. Why is God of Thunder not in there? We're going to put God of Thunder in there anyway. And that is my top songs bracket for Kiss. I really hope you enjoyed that. I really enjoyed doing that. And I think that there's potential to do this for a hell of a lot of artists. Admittedly, it might have to be 32 for some artists because I've got no idea about some of the tracks. Certainly up to 64 for some artists. But Kiss is definitely one I have. So God of Thunder wins the bracket. That was really exciting for me to do. I really, really did enjoy that. So if you also enjoyed that, make sure to leave a like down below, comment your thoughts and any Kiss discussion you want to have. There's a few videos, as I said at the start of the video on the channel, that relate to Kiss, so make sure to click those in the end screen, which are about there, the elements are about there. But I hope you enjoyed this, and if you've got any other suggestions for top song brackets that I could do, please leave them down in the comments. In fact, I might record another one just now because I really did enjoy that. I'll also leave an image down in the description of what I've picked, so you guys can have a look at what I've picked. And I'll also leave that Excel file down there as well. But as I said, if you enjoyed that, make sure to leave a like, comment your thoughts, and subscribe for regular music reviews, top 10s, maybe album brackets, song brackets, artist brackets, genre brackets. No, that's a bit too far. But if you enjoyed that, thank you very much for your company today. I've been Toby from TIJ Music, and until the next time, I will see you all later. Goodbye for now.